When you get on a flight, take a ride on a train, in a car, bus, pass by a crane, around a dump truck, or simply enjoy the cool air coming from the vent above your head. Do you think about how you could make it better? How to make it lighter, stronger, faster, more reliable? So do we. Because people rely on machines, and machines rely on Loctite.
Four Moms is a juvenile products company. We make the best products for kids under 3. We like to identify the most important aspect of a product category and then dramatically improve that aspect. Lives for moms are incredibly difficult. We want to make their lives elegant as well. So we like to provide them with products that say, yes, you can still have an elegant life.
What we've done by incorporating design, technology, excitement into this, people are really actually looking forward to it. It's some of the first times you'll hear dads say, we need to get that. We need to go get that stroller. That's so cool. I want that. Every single innovation that we've done has come out of a very distinct idea. Then you start saying, how can we do this?
With the advent of 3D printing, Loctite adhesives, and other materials, it allows us to explore faster, get to solutions that are better, and the result of all of that is we have more rapid overall product development, and that's what's key in our business.
The product has to run 1,000 hours because it's handed down from child to child. And there's vibration no matter what we do. Motors create vibration. So all the screws want to come loose. Everything in there wants to slowly come apart. So we have to find a way to bond these things in such a way that they will never come apart. And that's where the Loctite adhesives come in. The chemists at Loctite have got the stuff so that we can choose just the right grade, just the right selection that allow us to hold it together in a way that'll never come apart for the customer.
Loctite's one of those things we use constantly down seam lines, and it's nice to have that accelerant because you're literally able to continue working on the product as opposed to letting it dry overnight or cure or set up. It's been really nice for some of our seats and swings to really get a smooth finish on those models. It's basically invisible.
At Four Moms, our vision has always been to make dramatically better products. What gets us excited is making stuff that's much better than what's out there. We want to deliver absolutely gorgeous products to moms. To do that, you don't want ugly fasteners sticking out the sides. So we use Loctite fasteners to hold our products together from the inside so you get the beautiful look on the outside.
For decades, Henkel has been providing testing services to its clients and prospective clients. Today we'd like to give you an insider look at what this process typically looks like. First, you fill out and submit an online lab testing form. or you can call your Loctite distributor and they can do it for you.
The Loctite representative will contact you to review your request and ask some additional questions about the substrates, application environment, and end-use conditions. We typically find that our clients have needs that they can't solve with other fastener solutions. These might include aesthetics, manufacturability, ability to seal out dust or liquid, the ability to act as an electrical insulator, or the ability to join dissimilar materials.
Based on information we gather during our first meeting, we may determine that we've already performed similar tests and we can provide you all the documentation needed to help you make a decision. If we collectively determine that we need to do additional testing, we'll work with you to design an effective test plan. You can use this test plan to do your own testing, or we can do the testing for you. We have hundreds of common glass, rubber, plastic, and metal substrates that we can use to replicate your products, or you can send us your products and we can perform our tests with them. We can provide test results related to impact, peel, and shear strength.
Once the test is completed, one of our engineers will contact you to review your test results, and we'll also email you the test results documentation, including adhesives tested, instrument calibrations, conditions in the lab, test procedures, results, and interpretation of the data, and suggested next steps.
We always recommend that you test the products yourself, and we are happy to provide you samples. Depending on the scope of the project, we may be able to meet you at your facility to help you perform the test.
Hopefully this overview was helpful to you, and you're ready to get started by filling out the form on our website, or if you want to learn more about our testing services, check out our other videos.
Hydroelectricity, the modern marvel some thought would never be possible. Engineering excellence made it happen, and adhesives make it more reliable. 20% of the world's power comes from here. That's over 1 billion people who rely on hydroelectric power every day. Water, power, unimaginable force, contained. But how? Billions of tons of water held back, restrained, then redirected through turbines, pumps, generators. Design, form, and function, which is seldom seen, produces incredible results. Adhesives ensure stronger, more reliable performance. Loctite, helping engineers achieve greatness.
Öckerö Island, off the west coast of Sweden. This is where Berg Propulsion manufactures ship propellers. Berg Propulsion Systems have maintained their reputation for outstanding quality and reliability for 80 years. They are used in a wide variety of vessels, on all the 7 seas, day in, day out. Safety and reliability are vital for marine propulsion, for a good reason. Large ship propellers can remain in service for more than 25 years. They cost up to €1 million. Small, even invisible items can be vital to ensure smooth, undisturbed performance. Items like Loctite products.
På vilket sätt kan Loctite vara till hjälp i dessa situationer?
Loctite ökar driftsäkerheten på våra produkter.
Utnyttjar ni Loctites tekniska tjänster och service idag?
Ja, Loctites konstruktionshjälp använder vi dagligen i form av beräkningar och applikationslösningar. Sen har vi dessutom en kontinuerlig produktutbildning av våra tekniker och montörer.
Min uppgift är i samarbete med Berg att vara en kontaktperson och länk i arbetet i nya konstruktionslösningar. Vi hjälper till med problemlösningar och tekniska beräkningar i deras konstruktioner av propellrar. Vår tekniska avdelning får frekvent frågor från Berg angående hållfasthetsberäkningar i nya applikationer. Försäljningen sker genom en distributör i Göteborg som Berg valt att samarbeta med.
The manufacturing process of a ship propeller comprises, in simplified terms, 6 major steps. Berg marine propulsion systems are controlled by hydraulic pipes. Loctite 7063 is used to make sure all the parts are clean and free of grease. The threads can be both locked and sealed with one single product, Loctite 638. Assemblies secured with Loctite 638 withstand high pressure and severe vibrational loading. This is a very important benefit. Once the propeller is fitted to the ship, repairs are virtually impossible. Pipe sections are assembled to create a hydraulic system. The spacers are secured using Loctite 243, which is universally applicable for a wide range of thread sizes and offers cost savings. Propeller hubs must also be engineered to high tolerances. A specially hardened metal is CNC machined for maximum precision and finish, creating parts that make highly precise assemblies. Two large steering heads are fitted to control the propeller. There must be no friction between the metal parts. That's why a spacer is installed. It is held in place with 4 threaded fasteners. Loctite 243 locks these fasteners even against severe vibrational loading. The end cap of the shaft is assembled with maximum precision, a must to guarantee its performance. The steering assembly is then carefully eased into place in the propeller hub. Loctite 638 retains the end pipe of the hydraulic system, a highly critical step, as the specifications for the assembly length must be strictly met to ensure long-term reliability and prevent subsequent leakage. Finally, the finished propeller hub assembly is mounted onto the shaft and the hydraulic system. A single dowel pin is used to control the propeller blades. Loctite 243 contributes significantly to operational safety and extends the service life of underwater components. All the blades are assembled and the propeller is ready for use. The propeller must withstand 1 bar of air pressure and 70 bar of oil pressure, which is 2.5 times the service load on the open sea. This exhaustive test takes place only 1 hour after assembly.
Want to perform your own test? No problem. In fact, we always recommend that our customers test our adhesives on their parts and in their end-use environment. Here are a few tips to help you in designing and implementing your own adhesive tests. First, make sure you identify all substrates or base materials to be bonded and ensure that they are clean and free from any surface contamination. Henkel can help you select an appropriate solvent or water-based cleaner depending on your choice of adhesive and substrate material. Next, you'll need to understand the bond geometry, area, and gap for determining the adhesive amount and placement. Other considerations are the time available to apply the adhesive and the time available for the parts to fixture. Whenever testing for performance, make sure to give the adhesive sufficient time to develop for full strength properties. And lastly, consider and test for all end-use conditions such as temperature extremes, outdoor weatherability, and chemical solvent exposures that the part could experience within service. Hopefully, these tips were helpful, and if you need more information, feel free to contact us and we'll review your test plan or help you create it. We can also provide sample products to use for testing.
It takes big thinkers, smart design, exceptional engineering to build our future. A future powered by the elements: sun, wind, rain. It takes people who dare to innovate and find new solutions. New solutions like using adhesives. These adhesives make things faster, stronger, and more reliable. Things have to work, and when they work, they have to keep working, time and again, without fail. That's where we come in. Smart design, engineering, and courage make it all happen. Loctite, helping engineers achieve greatness.
Whether it's a traffic tunnel being built in Kuala Lumpur or an extension plan to a Paris metro line, wherever mechanized tunneling technology is used, machines from Germany are at work all over the world. Herrenknecht have been building mobile tunnel boring machines for more than 30 years. The staff has now grown to almost 3,000 people worldwide, developing and manufacturing tunneling solutions from 10 centimeters to 19 meters in diameter. Innovative engineering and total reliability have always been compelling arguments in favor of Herrenknecht, and the superior quality of Loctite products plays an essential role in this process.
Besonders beansprucht ist das Schneidrad und der Hauptantrieb. Sie müssen sich vorstellen, das Schneidrad ist im Erdreich unterwegs und trifft dort auf unterschiedliche Beanspruchungen. Einmal Hartgestein oder das Lockergestein. Im Hartgestein ist es vor allem die Gewalt und der Druck, den das Schneidrad übertragen muss, damit wir das Gestein abbauen können. Im Lockergestein sind es vor allem Momente, drehende Eigenschaften, die dort wirken und sehr hohe Kräfte entwickelt.
Around 100 large tunneling machines are currently at work around the world. To provide top performance, Herrenknecht engineers supply innovative machinery solutions, and Loctite specialists add their know-how of adhesive processes.
In unserer Abteilung verwenden wir hauptsächlich Loctite 586 als Flächeklebmittel und die 577 als Gewindedichtung, 243 als Schraubensicherung und das Loctite 7070 als Reiniger.
Als Vertriebsingenieur von Loctite ist zum einen meine Aufgabe, mit allen relevanten Abteilungen im ständigen Dialog zu stehen. Zum zweiten versuche ich mit meinem Know-how in der Klebstofftechnik bereits in der Planungsphase einer neuen Tunnelvortriebsmaschine die Entwicklung und Konstruktion zu unterstützen, Mitarbeiter anderer Montagelinien mit Rat und Tat zur Seite zu stehen, sowie Servicetechniker zu schulen.
All Herrenknecht tunnel boring machines have a cutting wheel driven by several hydraulic motors. Up to 350 bar of oil pressure ensures sufficient force to carve away any type of rock. First parts are thoroughly cleaned with Loctite 7063 to remove oil and dirt and ensure optimum performance of the Loctite adhesives applied afterwards. In view of severe vibrations and the extremely high oil pressure, all bolts are locked with Loctite 243. This medium-strength thread locker makes sure these highly stressed threaded assemblies are reliably and permanently secured. Downtime due to failure or leakage during operation would be very expensive. Loctite 243 is also applied to the hydraulic fittings of the motors for extra security to help the tapered cutting ring withstand vibration and pressure loads of up to 150 bar. Pressure loss as a result of accidental loosening of the threaded joint would cause failure of the motors, putting the complete tunnel boring machine out of service. The main drive is an assembly of no less than 4 large gear units. Herrenknecht apply Loctite 586 using a roller to coat the flange faces. Fully cured, the adhesive increases friction in the joint. As a result, torque transmission to the cutting wheel is increased 2 to 2.5 times, and reliability of the drive assembly is significantly enhanced. The engineers need only about 250 milliliters of Loctite 586 per machine to achieve this phenomenal boost in performance. As the adhesive begins curing as soon as the flanges are mated and oxygen is excluded, the crew has to work with speed and absolute precision. Alignment errors are difficult and expensive to correct once the assembly is bonded. Each bolt is torqued at 850 kilonewton using a special tool at 1250 bar pressure. Together with the hydraulic motors, the main drive is the heart of every tunnel boring machine. It is fitted directly behind the cutting wheel, which, like the machine for the new metro tunnel in Paris, is powered by up to 4,800 kilowatts. Around the globe, Herrenknecht machines supported by Loctite prove their reliability every day.
Here at Henkel, we run our products through an array of tests that help determine which adhesive solutions are right for our customers, allow for quality control at every step of product design and manufacture, and provide data that describe the material characteristics of our products.
In the real world, bonded parts are exposed to various temperatures, moisture levels, and harsh chemicals, and we do the same to our assembled bonds in the laboratory. Longevity studies and endurance tests are crucial for determining adhesive choice and product shelf life. Packaged adhesives, bonded or cured parts are placed in environmental chambers or immersed in chemical solutions for a specified time period, after which their performance is evaluated.
Is this man nuts? Insane? Plumb crazy? No, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's got his hands on. A snowmobile comprised of hundreds of precision parts, many of them held together with the only thing that will handle the wear and tear he puts on them. That thing is Loctite adhesive. Loctite adhesives hold that machine together more effectively than mechanical methods, successfully securing engine mounts and bearing interfaces. Historically, those parts were held together with unsecured nuts and bolts that can rattle loose. Loctite adhesives form a bond that can be far stronger than mechanical fasteners, ensuring parts stay secured from starting line to finish line. The Loctite adhesives that are revolutionizing snowmobile production are also driving innovation in wind energy, industrial engineering, and cutting-edge manufacturing. When performance matters, Loctite is the surest way to connect what needs to be safely, efficiently, and reliably secured. Like a snowmobile connected to this daredevil doing a 360-degree loop 40 feet in the air.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here in Paris, every street corner has an interesting story to tell. Not just about art and culture, but also stories about progress and the wonders of technology. Like La Cornue, here in the heart of the city, famous for the best and longest-lasting cookers in the world. These masterpieces are made with a real passion and dedication, about 25 miles beyond the city gates. Time seems to be standing still here, because in La Cornue's workshops only one thing counts: quality.
Bonjour, je me présente, je suis Xavier Dupuis, président de la maison La Cornue depuis 1985. Une maison familiale que j'ai repris à la suite de mon père, qui lui-même l'avait repris à la suite de son père. Alors, la troisième valeur, au-delà de la performance culinaire et du design, c'est bien évidemment la pérennité, la fiabilité du produit, et aussi nous utilisons toujours des composants qui auront eux-mêmes une durée de vie extrêmement longue.
La Cornue cookers are handmade exclusively to order and to individual specifications. The reliability of Loctite products plays a crucial role in making sure our customers are satisfied. Almost all the cookers produced here use gas. For assembling and sealing all the gas connections, we use Loctite 577, a liquid medium-strength pipe thread sealant. The practical accordion dispenser ensures that the correct quantities of the sealant will be used and evenly applied. Loctite 577 reliably prevents connections from working themselves loose and stops any leakages caused by vibrations or impact. It also allows fine adjustment to be made during assembly before hardening in anaerobic conditions.
Bonjour, je suis Alain Savignard, responsable de production au sein de la société La Cornue. Je gère donc toute la fabrication de nos produits avec une équipe d'environ une vingtaine de personnes. Nous utilisons différents produits de chez Loctite, en particulier le 577 en tant que produit d'étanchéité de nos circuits gaz, le 243 en tant que frein filet et également une colle époxy bicomposant. Ce que nous attendons des produits Loctite, c'est une fiabilité à toute épreuve, en particulier sur le circuit gaz, qui est un élément vital pour notre cuisinière ainsi que pour l'utilisateur. Un fournisseur tel que Loctite doit pouvoir nous apporter un partenariat, que ce soit avec les produits actuellement utilisés ou éventuellement dans le futur pour le développement de nouvelles techniques.
Every year, La Cornue seals around 400 meters of pipes and 1,600 connections. The fronts of La Cornue cookers are mostly coated with a glass enamel finish. When assembling the fittings, the utmost care must be taken because they are highly vulnerable to stress, such as comes about when tightening screws. This is where the medium-strength Loctite 243 screw locking device comes into play. It securely locks the screws in after hardening without any initial tension. After a final quality check, these ambassadors of French savoir-vivre are ready for their travels all over the world. La Cornue's customer list is like a who's who of the rich and famous, and in their kitchens, Loctite is doing its job quietly and totally reliably. And that's how Loctite high-performance products make the lives of people all over the world a little simpler, better, and more enjoyable. Bon appétit!
Henkel, we run our products through an array of tests that help determine which adhesive solutions are right for our customers, allow for quality control at every step of product design and manufacture, and provide data that describe the material characteristics of our products.
Impact resistance is a measurement of a material's toughness, which is often a main requirement for components operating under dynamic stresses. This property is highly dependent upon the ability of the material to internally move or deform to accommodate the impact. One way to test for impact resistance is to drop a weight from a set height onto a bonded assembly and then record the absorbed energy. Did you know that nowadays, adhesives which in the past had low peel and impact strengths can be toughened with elastomers, resulting in substantial improvement to these properties?
Here at Henkel, we run our products through an array of tests that help determine which adhesive solutions are right for our customers, allow for quality control at every step of product design and manufacture, and provide data that describe the material characteristics of our products.
Peel tests measured the average force required to fracture the adhesive bond between flexible materials when pulled at a specified angle. These tests are important for describing assemblies where the bond is subjected to peel loads. All of the applied load is concentrated on the leading edge of the adhesive rather than across the entire bonded area. When designing a bonded assembly, these loads should be avoided as much as possible. One method, called the climbing drum peel test, allows for calculation of an adhesive's peel strength independent of the substrate it is bonded to. A bonded assembly is secured in the climbing drum peel fixture in a mechanical properties tester. As the crosshead moves upward, the flexible substrate is wrapped around the drum fixture, peeling it away from its rigid mate. The test can be run using only the flexible substrate, and this value is subtracted from the combined result to provide the peel strength of the adhesive alone.
Local Motors is a technology company that designs, builds, and sells vehicles.
My vision was to bring technology to the vehicle world as fast as possible, to bring co-creation and micro-manufacturing to change the way that vehicles are designed, built, and sold.
We build really everything that moves people. Baja car with the Rally Fighter, the drift trike with the Verado, and we've got all kinds of different materials, different geometries, different circumstances where we're trying to find an appropriate solution of bonding.
One of the things that we're learning is that you need to rely on adhesives in order to be able to make those disparate surfaces mate.
Looking at a lot of the Loctite fastener options that are becoming available has been really important to empower us to take those steps and kind of create a new flexibility in our design.
We use Loctite in order to be able to make this work, and we, quite frankly, couldn't do that without it. The Rally Fighter is an iconic vehicle that has attained legendary status because it allowed local motors to show the world that co-creation and micromanufacturing was possible. It's a premium, authentic off-road vehicle with on-road chops.
We knew that it's going to be seeing very abusive continuous cycles and not necessarily being checked on every time it comes back to the paddock. The use of Loctite on the Rally Fighter gives us a certain degree of assurance that we're going to be able to tighten down on a fastener and that it's going to stay there over time.
The Strati is special because it is the first example of being able to show speed in manufacturing, and we have taken a design to driving on the road in less than 4 months, and we're going to reduce that even more to get it underneath a month. The ability for us to be able to do that was brought to bear by flexibility of design and then a massive reduction in tooling cost and parts. The average car today has about 25,000 parts in it, and our goal for the Strati was to get it below 50 parts, and we came in at 49 parts. One of the key things is the adhesives you use to be able to bring things together.
Not only does Loctite help you from a baseline functional standpoint, but it even enhances your fit and finish.
When I think of the persona that is Local Motors, it is a business that most definitely is about empowering local economies to take control of their vehicular destiny. People think about putting it together, but they don't think about how to make it stay there. And when we introduce them to Loctite, they're exposed to a world that they never knew before is the soul of keeping a machine together and running the way that you want to.
Loctite adhesives follow right in suit with that mentality that we're going after because they allow us to be dynamic with our designs and flexible and to do it very rapidly.
And that's going to happen in cars with Local Motors, and it's going to happen in other businesses that see what we do and say, I want to change the way buildings are made. I want to change the way that footwear and furniture and firearms and all of these things come out. It's going to change our built world.
Here at Henkel, we run our products through an array of tests that help determine which adhesive solutions are right for our customers, allow for quality control at every step of product design and manufacture, and provide data that describe the material characteristics of our products. Shear strength is the ability of a material to resist lateral forces that cause the internal structure of the material to slide against itself. Adhesive shear strength tests are important for characterizing the structural integrity of a bond between two surfaces. One standard method for shear strength testing calls for the bonding of two test specimens overlapped by a specified area. The assembly is secured in a mechanical properties tester and is pulled in shear until failure. We record the load at break point and calculate the corresponding shear stress. This is important because if a material fails at lower strengths, it may not be suitable for some applications. Here we illustrate one of the many advantages to using adhesives over mechanical fasteners. Rather than directing the load at a point, the adhesive distributes it over a larger area, making the adhesive bond more resistant to stresses than a riveted joint.
It's 5:30 a.m. in a field somewhere in the world. The crop is ready, and the weather is keeping up. Let's hope. Now man and machine must be ready to give it everything they've got. If necessary, non-stop, round the clock. No breakdowns or second chances allowed. The weather doesn't stop for repairs. Here in Zedelgem in Belgium, New Holland has been producing combine harvesters for over 100 years. And farmers on every continent depend on their reliability to bring in their harvests.
Loctite wordt op verschillende toepassingen gebruikt aan onze machines. En de reden is dat betrouwbaarheid van ons product heel belangrijk is. De landbouwers en loonwerkers moeten de oogst immers inhalen in een heel korte periode. En daarvoor is betrouwbaarheid van het product, dus onze maaidorsters, heel belangrijk. Daarvoor steunen wij op Loctite op kritische boutverbindingen, zoals wij bijvoorbeeld hebben op de reiniging, waarbij dat boutverbindingen moeten in orde blijven gedurende de hele levensduur van de machine en de boutverbinding is sterk onderworpen aan trillingen.
New Holland relies on Loctite's experience and practical know-how in nearly all production areas. Whether it's cleaning, sealing or assembly, the Loctite brand is always there. Loctite anaerobic products are not only used because of the numerous technical advantages they offer, but also because they help optimize assembly processes. For example, flange sealant Loctite 515 is used during pre-assembly for the efficient and cost-effective protection of the axle bearings against moisture from the washing process. This avoids an expensive and time-consuming extra step without compromising the reliability of the components.
New Holland hecht enorm veel belang aan de opleiding van haar werknemers. En daarom is ook een van mijn belangrijkste taken als salesengineer om ervoor te zorgen dat de mensen die met Loctite-producten werken een grondige opleiding krijgen. Bovendien kijken wij continu hoe wij het productieproces kunnen verbeteren en hoe wij de betrouwbaarheid van de landbouwmachines nog kunnen verhogen. New Holland Zedelgem gebruikt meer dan 20 verschillende Loctite anaerobe producten. Het voordeel is dat die ook wereldwijd beschikbaar zijn en dus ook in de aftermarket kunnen ingezet worden.
One of the most severely stressed components on these high-performance 600 horsepower combine harvesters is the twin-rotor thresher. High-strength Loctite 270 is used to secure the thresher bolts. As these parts are difficult to access later, this is the only way to make sure they will withstand the extreme vibrations of constant hard harvesting that may last weeks. A central gear drives the two 3-meter-long thresher rotors. The New Holland engineers use Loctite 638, an anaerobic high-strength adhesive in assembling the shaft hub joints. With the help of an activator, the adhesive cures in no time and securely fixes the central gear, even when threshing up to 100 tons per hour. Many important components of New Holland's combine harvesters are moved and controlled by hydraulics. Loctite 542 is used in the assembly of the hydraulic system to prevent any leaks, even under the harshest conditions. By ensuring that the machines run smoothly, this Loctite thread sealant plays a key role in the high degree of mechanization in today's agriculture. The thresher machinery is the heart of every combine harvester and is crucial for the performance. The Belgian's top model shows just what a machine like this is capable of. With a weight of more than 16 tons and a length of nearly 10 meters, the CR 1990 has demonstrated its outstanding performance under competitive conditions. At 551 tons of grain harvested in 8 hours, it holds the Guinness Combine Harvester World Record, with no small thanks to the various Loctite products used. While technical features and innovations are clearly important, at the end of the day, it's the reliability of a machine that determines its success.
Here at Henkel, we run our products through an array of tests that help determine which adhesive solutions are right for our customers, allow for quality control at every step of product design and manufacture, and provide data that describe the material characteristics of our products.
Threaded fasteners are one of the most important detachable parts used in machinery construction. The functional reliability of threaded assemblies rests on the torque forces applied along its axis and can be compromised when either tension is relaxed or the part self-loosens. A thread-locking adhesive helps restrict lateral movement by filling the gaps and limiting slip in the thread. One way we test these adhesives is by using straight threaded fasteners like nuts and bolts. A bonded assembly is seated in the torque tester and tested at a defined rotational speed. The initial result recorded is the strength of the first break in the cured adhesive. This is the breakaway value. We are also interested in the remaining resistance of the assembly, which is measured at 90, 180, 270, and 360 degrees. These results are averaged to obtain the prevailing torque strength, which shows how much friction or drag is left to continue turning the nut.
Polaris, a company shaped by visionaries who turned their dreams into outstanding products and experiences. Years of innovation and initiative of the Polaris engineering team has pushed the designs of the snowmobile into competitive racing. Nobody in the history of snowmobile racing had completely dominated the competition like Polaris. Henkel and the Loctite brand of products have been a contributing factor to their success.
It's important for Polaris to have assemblies that are perfectly designed and built. This is one of the reasons Polaris Engineering specifies Loctite product throughout our design and manufacturing processes.
Loctite's commitment to excellence in the manufacturing of these machines has given the engineers the confidence in their creations and brought an added reliability to the products.
We use Loctite products in critical interfaces like our engine mounts or in our main bearing interfaces.
On our motor mounts on all of our SDI snowmobile engines, we use Loctite 242. The motor mount is a critical interface between the engine and the chassis that sees extreme vibration and temperature variations.
Loctite products are used for just about every part of the assembly.
It's very important that our product meet their extreme requirements in the field. Take an example, cylindrical bearings in a clutch sheave. The clutch has to operate from a -40 environment to a 200-degree F environment in the vehicle. With those extreme temperature variations, we use Loctite to assure that the bearings are fully seated and retain their position throughout the life of the application.
Consider the seemingly simple task of securing these parts together. If the engineers can't be absolutely sure that it will always function reliably in tough conditions, holding tight under high loads and a high temperature, that someone like Levi LaValle depends on, the results could be disastrous.
The one thing that makes you feel good about doing crazy things like distance jumps and double backflips is knowing that when Polaris is putting their sleds together, they're using Loctite on the sleds.
The two important elements for the athlete's success in this sport are reliability and endurance.
The new race sleds that we're running now is the IQR 600, and we've had that chassis for the last few years, and we've absolutely had phenomenal results with it, from X Games gold medals to a distance jump to winning snowcross championships. It's just a great machine, and it says a lot about Polaris and how strong their equipment is, how well they build their machines.
This is one of the reasons Polaris Engineering specifies Loctite products throughout their manufacturing process. Loctite 243 is a removable strength thread locker. It's oil tolerant, so it can be used on as-received fasteners without cleaning. It is primerless, so it cures reliably on all metals. Loctite 242 is a removable strength thread locker. It's applied with a hand pump, which ensures the correct amount of product is applied. It enables the operator to precisely and quickly apply the product in the proper place. Loctite 648 is a high-strength bearing retainer. Excellent performance for dynamic, axial, and radial loads. Bonds through contaminants, including oils, cutting, and corrosion protection fluids. Cures on metals without an activator. Loctite 620 is a high-strength and high-temperature retainer. It's used for parts with service temperature up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit or 230 degrees Celsius. Loctite 7088 is a semi-solid primer stick. It's a non-aerosol activator, which is used to accelerate the cure of Loctite anaerobics. Loctite 565 is a high-performance thread sealant. It provides a reliable seal. It prevents loosening of fittings and resists engine fluids. Polaris powertrain applications rely on many of the Loctite products.
Loctite has proven again and again to be a brand that has stayed true to its name.
It may have been hard to imagine in the early days of Polaris's 60-year history, the extreme punishment and endurance that X-Game athletes like Levi LaValle would have put their snowmobiles through. Thrills, excitement, and speed are what have become associated with the name Polaris. Their pursuit of excellence and reliability, along with their commitment to the Loctite brand, ensures many good times and rides ahead. Polaris and Loctite, a connection to success. Reliable performance, extreme results.
Discover the home of heavy-duty trucks, giant workhorses which have truly moved mountains in the mines of Africa and the quarries in America and Russia. Terex takes its name from the Latin word terra for earth and rex meaning king. These kings of the earth can put out more than 1,000 horsepower and haul heavy loads up to 100 metric tons over rough terrain. Reliability and durability are a must for Terex and their customers. Join us to see where these giants are manufactured at Terex Construction in the Motherwell facility near Glasgow, Scotland.
What is your role at Terex?
My name is Stephen Makalecki. I'm a rigid sub-assembly supervisor. I've been with Terex for 10 years.
And how did you come to hear about Loctite products?
Loctite is a world-renowned company and everybody in the manufacturing industry knows about Loctite.
Which Loctite products do you use on site?
We use 518, 7063, 648 and 245 products in our sub-assembly area.
What additional support was offered?
All the process engineers know that Jackie's only a phone call away or an email, and if need be, he can be on site within an hour.
My role is to look after the Terex manufacturing site in Motherwell, Scotland. My main responsibility is to be here day to day if needed, and when I'm on site I'm referred to as a man from Loctite. I'm here to assist and collaborate with new processes to enhance the Terex manufacturing and to improve Terex processes with Loctite products.
Let's have a look at the production line where the rear axle of these giants is produced. The axle which houses the differential is subjected to incredible loads. Working in close cooperation with Terex, Loctite engineers have managed to achieve a significant increase in the load-bearing capacity of the highly stressed gasket. After cleaning the flange with Loctite 76.3, indispensable for achieving optimum results, Loctite 518 is applied. A special dispensing roller, a custom-designed enhancement of the Loctite handgun, is used for the fast and easy application of the liquid sealing material. Note that we are talking about a 2-inch wide coat on a 3-foot diameter flange. Loctite 518 forms a uniform film covering the entire flange surface. This is important to ensure long-term reliable sealing performance. PTFE sealants will not meet these exacting requirements. The differential, which weighs more than half a ton, is assembled to the axle. 2 studs, locked with Loctite 648, allow the differential to be affixed quickly and easily. The studs must be able to withstand high loads in a very short time to help the engineers hold the differential safely in place. "22 specially hardened fasteners hold the key assembly of the drive system safely in place for many years to come. Terex and Loctite have run numerous tests to develop a reliable solution. The result? Loctite 648 is definitely the strongest thread locking option for this cast steel threaded assembly, working without any complaints since its implementation 2.5 years ago. Finally, the monster truck's giant brakes are assembled. The brakes will have to deal with up to 100 tons of weight. On-site support and best practice advice on Loctite high-performance adhesives and sealants provide reliable assembly solutions. This helps engineers and mechanics create masterpieces such as these kings of the earth, the giant trucks from Terex.
Nearer to Vienna than Dubrovnik, Croatian capital Zagreb is closer in character to Central than to Eastern Europe. With its historical center, Zagreb is attracting more visitors every year. And only steps away from historical sites, you will find a modern, innovative, and environmentally friendly public transportation. A dense railway network allows 191 trams to transport 200 million people per year, more than 500,000 each day, and free of charge within the city center. The newest trams are made in Zagreb by the company Končar Electric Vehicles. Their trams have attracted the attention of other European cities, such as Helsinki and Sofia, where Končar is presenting the TMK 2200 as a possible solution for their own public transportation.
Ja sam Igor Jagodić, direktor proizvodnje u Končar električnim vozilima, ujedno i član uprave. Mi u ovoj tvornici imamo dugu tradiciju proizvodnje lokomotiva, tramvaja i sada najnovijih vlakova. Proizvodimo ih naravno uvijek uz vrhunsku kvalitetu, po zahtjevima kupca, uz naravno vlastiti razvoj i pri tome naravno dajemo vrhunske znači da možemo dati vrhunske rezultate, s time da naravno da bi taj rezultat postigli moramo imati vrhunske partnere uz nas. Jedan od takvih partnera je i Loctite, s kojim imamo u zadnje vrijeme intenzivnu suradnju, pogotovo zadnjih 5 godina kada radimo i najnoviji znači proizvod na tramvajskom programu tramvaj TMK 2200.
Conchar's trams need to be in service up to 35 years. For each tram, only 5% of repair and maintenance time is allowed. Such an outstanding performance can only be achieved by using the most reliable components and products during assembly. Products like Loctite adhesives.
Zovem se Goran Fulir i u Henkelu radim kao prodajni inženjer za Loctite proizvode. Evo nalazimo se u novom niskopodnom tramvaju, Končarevom proizvodu koji je razvijen u zadnjih nekoliko godina, djelomično i uz pomoć Loctite proizvoda. Sa inženjerima, tehnolozima unutar Končara svakodnevno sudjelujem u razvoju proizvoda, u samoj proizvodnji i kasnije u primjeni proizvoda u održavanju.
The wheels of a public tram need to sustain loads up to 60 tons. Each component of those wheels must be safely locked and secured in place. Failure of any of them is just not an option. For cleaning of the parts, Loctite 7063 is used. Medium-strength thread locker Loctite 243 is applied to secure 6 studs, which are mounted onto the gearbox body. The studs have the critical task of holding the oscillating arm safely attached to the gearbox. Securing the large tram wheel is a delicate and demanding task. At first, the 12 radial bolts are cleaned with Loctite 7063. Then, Loctite 243 is applied to the threads, and the bolts are tightened to hold the wheel firmly in place. The final step of the wheel assembly involves locking the grounding wire bolts. Each wheel consists of 3 segments, the inner part being made of rubber, which is an electrical insulator. Therefore, a bypass made of wire is necessary to ground the tram. This is an extremely important technical and safety issue. High-strength thread locker Loctite 2701 offers maximum vibration resistance on the stainless steel bolts. After all these elements are assembled, 4 gearbox units are secured on the bogie of the tram by means of the large bolts. The bogie is now ready to be installed on the tram body, and the tram is ready to roll. Job done. This year, for the first time, the toughest motorsport event in the world has seen new grounds. The legendary Dakar Rally Race moved from Africa to the challenging tracks and the marvelous landscape of Argentina and Chile. An invitation and a challenge Henkel did not want to miss. Gravel, dust, sand, and the harshest terrains are the conditions, which means a tough challenge for man and machine. The perfect test grounds for Loctite products. Over 9,000 kilometers of track through different terrain, passing through the vastness of the Pampa. Crossing at more than 4,000 meters the Cordillera de los Andes, cruising through landscapes which seem like from another world. This rally was a real tough one for many. Also for the Loctite Charlies, who are always there to offer support. Loctite 270 is a high-strength thread locker that can withstand extreme vibrations.
Well, we're here 2 days before the end of the Dakar, and I gotta be honest, you see my guys working on my car here. If we didn't have the Loctite product, we wouldn't make it to this part of the stage. The stuff works great, keeps our nuts and bolts tight. You know, there's nothing better than that in the world, so thank you, Loctite.
The Hummer team are not the only ones making use of Loctite products.
Ce produit donc est un nouveau produit, le 5188, qui a comme caractéristique principale d'être plus flexible que les produits précédents.
I gotta be honest, I had put the car upside down this rally. I was trying to pass Shishirit, and I buzzed him a few times, he didn't move. Bam, put the thing upside down. That was our wake-up call. Okay, we're running too hard. We need to slow down. We got lucky. Could have been out of the rally that easy. So learned from that experience, and now we're ready to rock and roll.
Endurance is key to a successful rally. That also counts for nuts and bolts on parts subjected to high temperatures.
And we use 272 on our shock bolts because it's a very large bolt. There's 30 of the bolts that retain this hub, and we have to use Loctite in every one of them because we've had problems in the past, and we need to make absolutely sure that everything's going to be perfect. It's essential.
I need some. I could use this at home.
"3 years, going with me, everywhere. Good stuff."
I can ride with it tomorrow, almost like new.
It's real simple. This is a man's sport.
After 5 years of proven service, the Loctite Charlies have become an essential part of this motorsport event. Competitors are grateful for their engagement and their passion for quality and reliability. Loctite products make the difference.
Loctite, very good. Yeah.